It's when I realized that social intelligence for me was the intelligence that I was gifted with, instead of maybe being such a bookworm or like super great at maths or anything of that nature. I then worked for them for 2.5 years, and having been a traveller and then been on the business side of tourism, I'd been on both sides, and I saw these large holes in the market in Latin America, where, especially in Argentina, where they have some of the best produce and they have some of the best wine and meat, and some of the most amazing natural resources and places to go. However, they had some of the worst service I'd ever encountered in all of my travels. And for some reason, I thought that, even though I had no experience and probably no right to think that, I thought, I could do this better. And with my groups, one of the reasons why I did well as a tour leader, that instead of, on day one, instead of going to restaurants and taking a commission or whatever it is that you generally do, I always started with an interactive experience of some nature. My brother lived here at the time, so I used to, if we started a tour in Buenos Aires, I would do a big barbecue for them in the garden, but I'd take them to buy the things first. Then we'd prepare them together. Everyone's involved. It's not you all sit down at a table, you talk to the people just around you, and you get brought your food. Asado is their principal dish. This is what they do here, and it is like their mate ceremony. It is social, it's interactive, it's fun, and everyone's involved. So I would take them all to go and buy the food and show them all of the different places, which fascinates them because it's just very different to their culture. We then prepare everything together, cook it together, clean it down together, and of course drink tons of wine together. And by the end, it's like the ice is officially broken. Everyone feels like a team because they've already accomplished something together, which I always felt was a really important part of my job. And then the rest of the tour was easy because they had already kind of gelled. Whereas I found with some of the other tour leaders that I knew, it took groups a lot longer to gel if you just take them to impersonal places and they only get to know a couple of the group. And the group's like 15, 20 people. It's important to do activities and to break the ice and to introduce, really form them as a team, and they're going to have a much better experience. The Argentine Experience actually was the second idea I had. I actually initially had an investor who was going to buy me a place here called the Mate Cafe. And what it was is that I was going to have a cafe full of mates with mate experiences, so that they could try all of the ones from around Argentina in different types of mate gourds, different bombillas, and have it as a bit of a coffee shop as well, because I saw that as a big hole here, because everyone does it but no one shows you how to do it. If I'm going to do business with somebody that believes in me and believes in my ideas, I need them to be the same onder as me. I need someone who is going to really support me and not just ignore me in the times that I need help the most. So I felt pretty strange sending that email, because I was basically just saying, I'm not going to have your investment. And I was here, and I'd already contracted my best friend from Thailand, who was a chef for 10 years over there, to come down and help me run the restaurant. Now, the idea for the Argentine Experience I always had, and I was going to put it on the second level, just as a little thing I created for groups like my old company that came through here. And I didn't actually even realize there was a Puerto Cerrados culture here in Argentina, but I looked around my flat and it was a very nice flat. And I thought, why don't I just put the Argentine Experience in here and see if it works. So I started, I had one group like every 2 weeks.